Kia orana, Leo. Welcome. Happy New Year. Welcome to your January 2016 Taroscope reading with me, the first for the year. We're going to be using these Morgan Greer cards. There will be 4 cards, one for each week of the month, and a 5th overall energy card. As well, there will be a final higher vibration card at the end. The crystals in the background reading, you have got a beautiful fire agate, which seems to work really well with the Leo energy. And as well, you've got this quite masculine, beautiful healing point, lapis lazulite. Really, really good for communication. And a little bit of the orange running through it as well. So let's see what cards you have got for January. As well, for this month, I am working with mantras for each zodiac sign. Now, I didn't design the mantras or come up with them. They were designed by a lady in the 70s. She was a very, very good astrologer. Her name is Linda Goodman. Your particular mantra, Leo, is I will, which kind of makes sense to me. So you can use that for the month or the beginning of the year and focus on it, and it will give you some sort of connection to your zodiac sign. So yours is I will. The 4 of Cups, the High Priestess, the 8 of Pentacles, the 10 of Swords, and your overall energy card is the World. So 2 major arcanas kind of connecting themselves here together, and a sword, a pentacle and a cup. So you've got quite a mix going on here, Leo, quite a mix of energies. Let's take a look. We'll begin at the left hand side, the first week of the month, and we see the 4 of Cups here, often known as the card of discontent, I guess you could say. It's as if you've got all this energy around here in front of you, and there's a happiness around, but somehow you're looking, further beyond, as if to say, well, I don't think I've really got what I want. So there's still an offer being put to you, but often when this card turns up, it's about the person involved not really wanting to accept some sort of offer that's out there. And sometimes it reminds us to look around and review things, and perhaps even review any offers that are handed to you. And this can be offers of friendship or romance or love, because this is the Cups card, and we have this kind of, connection feeling and heart feeling. So some of the other things, if we were thinking of finances or money or career, again, there might be job offers coming your way, and they may not be exactly what you initially wanted, but they could be really, really worthy of going further and looking further into it, and perhaps doing more than just skimming it, going in depth and seeing if there's something more that will fit your categories that you haven't really looked at too deeply. And I think the same could be said about health. It's quite a nice card. It's a card of sort of gentleness and a degree of serenity. He's traditionally in the Rider-Waite, he's sitting in a forest under a tree, under a canopy of leaves, feeling quite kind of content with some things in his life, and definitely connected to the outdoors. So there's something here for you about being outdoors and connecting with nature too as well, I think, grounding yourself. There's also something here about the green that comes to me to the heart chakra. So I think relationships are involved, maybe health-wise. You could be contemplating changing realms in your life, like changing health modalities or looking for a new health practitioner. Keep the search going, as I say, don't shut anything off that at first doesn't seem appropriate, because it could well be. If we come to the second card, roughly in the second week, we see this High Priestess. And at the bottom of her feet is this really big crescent moon that she's sitting on. So this plays a huge part of the energy in the card. It talks to us about intuitive abilities and connecting with your psychic and gut instincts especially. So it's about listening to yourself, and when you get those feelings or thoughts or messages that come to you, again, don't shut them out. These two are connecting. You know, this hand is coming to you from somewhere and it's passing you something and you're contemplating it. So it's kind of like over here, if you get issues or warnings or thoughts that crop up about situations or people and it's coming from yourself and your gut feeling, look into it further, because usually you're not wrong when you're thinking logically or intuitively perhaps about situations in your life. This could be a time when your own psychic intuition is very strong. You may find a period of dreams really intense. You may connect with ideas about your future, or where you want to go via the dream world. The High Priestess, she holds this information on her lap. It's kind of sacred information. It's galactical knowledge that she's being passed on. So this could be a time of spiritual awareness as well as opening something. Her mind holds the same crescent moon as down here. So it is particularly part of the whole energy of this card. So we come back to lunar cycles and eclipses again. Possibly something in the eclipses that occurred in September are working their way through you now, and you might be having some sort of kapow moment or realization of something in your life. Or there may just be a point of timing that the universe is actually tying these things together, and timing is about to occur for you. So again, it's really important to be aware of timing events, and when they start knocking on your door, be ready to get them and grab them and go with them. And given that your overall energy card for the month is this World card, that's a really powerful card. It's about endings of cycles and new beginnings, and it's also about potentially travel. Some of you may travel by air around the world, big trips. You can also meet new people at this time, foreigners who don't even speak the same language as yourself. It's also a card of sexuality and sexual freedom, so either new relationships or feeling less inhibited about who you are because you've gone this full cycle of something in your life. And there's your sign here. There's the Leo, Taurus, Scorpio and Gemini all involved. So these are possibilities of people or places or energies that you could be uplifting or instigated with in this month of January. It's a big card. It has so much action and energy and everything going on in it. It would pay to kind of focus on that too for a little bit. And it's quite connected here in the middle. Health-wise, she talks of female hormonal cycles, also men's hormonal energies as well. Make sure they're balanced. This card is a card of balance. We have the subconscious psyche over here, if you like, or your spiritual side, and the more physical side over here. She's trying to balance both in the middle. If you're looking for new relationships, this could be someone who comes into your life. She could be a woman that I have sort of described, quite reasonably powerful and connected spiritually. So this could be a connection card here for you. When we come here to the Eight of Pentacles, this is earth sign energy. It's also about showing that your hard work and dedication is paying off, and that perhaps where you are putting your money, you need to make sure you're putting it in the right place, investing it in the right sectors and areas, because it's hard work to get this accumulation of funds and dividends or investments. He is toiling away on it, so it kind of gives me the feeling of a steadiness around your finances. If you're, feeling satisfied or safe in your job and safe in your loans or what you've borrowed, make sure you are putting them in the right places and paying off enough at the right time, watching when the bills come in and paying them off. I often say too that in the traditional Rider-Waite, he is sitting on a workbench and the pentacles are running up the side, and there seem to be a couple of them on the ground, just like there are here now. And I often think of perhaps a bit of chakra balancing can be involved in that. So you may want to get some sort of massage or therapy or, rebalance done, which could be connected a wee bit with this here. She's into such a spiritual thought plane, and she's sort of opening the psychic levels so deeply that might be part of the whole connection there. We come to the 4th week and we see this 10 of Swords, and it's not particularly a nice looking card. In this deck I think it's a bit more kind of gross than the Rider-Waite deck. We get the feeling of being left, feeling completely deflated, and perhaps by someone who's done this to you. So sometimes there is a feeling of a falling out of friendships or a parting of the way, and it could come as a shock or a disappointment, and that you feel really hurt. It's also possibly a sign of too much overwork and overstress, and that you literally need to lie down and slow down. But it's a 10, and again 10s are all about endings and new beginnings, and whenever there is an ending there is always a new beginning. So I think that's quite important too, when you look at this card, to remember that perspective of it. We see it here. I think lessons are learned along the way, and that perhaps you move on without the people involved that might have been in the situation, but you move on into a more light-filled process and knowledge and awareness. And the light is coming in the very background of the card. There is light coming. The other thing, again, is kind of next door to this. I'm thinking for some of you of literal blockages, back pain or neck pain that needs attention, manipulation. And I'm thinking it could be the lower end, because we've got the fire agate in here, and it could be that lower chakra ends, so lower back, that type of area. So yeah, check that out, and if you do need a nice massage, go and get one. There's nothing better than getting that blood flow back in your body and reinvigorating everything to flow well. And if you need to go and have an osteopath or some sort of manipulation, go and do that as well. I think it's a great way to start the new year. Anyhow, guys, that is you've got an interesting reading. There's quite a lot of thought processes going on for you, and sometimes I think of Leo as more the action-packed, kapow, bing, running around fire energy, and there's not even one rod in here. So this is more about, it's a deeper part of your life, I think, to move into January with. So there's this feeling of stuff going on in the background that you are either reflecting upon or contemplating or connecting with, or something along those lines. So there we are. Let us move into the last card for you, which is this beautiful higher vibrational energy, which is the Angels of Atlantis. We haven't used these for some time, and I think they're really nice to begin the year with. Yeah, well, doesn't that make sense? I do love it when synchronistic energies are, so profound with the messages that they get across. Divine intelligence, and there seemed to be quite a lot that this High Priestess wanted to say, and I talked about the fact that she has this galactic information given to her. So this energy comes to you from Metatron, which is the white light, but it's coming in here through the green too, this heart chakra. So you're definitely being told something, or you're being enlightened to something. You're being, some new pathway or doors are being opened for you, and it's about your deep inner personal being in your soul's journey. And that world card even might be someone that you really meet that's connective and taking you on this journey. It doesn't have to mean a physical, literal journey, but it's a journey of your life. And I did say they're both quite powerful, strong cards, and I think you are being given quite a lot of shifts, if you like, in your life this year ahead. Let's see what the words of Metatron say, the divine intelligence. Metatron is a conduit of the divine. He is speaking to you through your thoughts and feelings. Yeah, that really makes sense actually. This card asks you to notice and to follow your instinct and your inspiration. By drawing this oracle, you are bestowed with the powerful presence of this teacher energy, because you are a wonderful human being who can receive the frequency of this call. All geniuses arise from the source, and in this moment you are receiving holy mana, because your soul is a temple for the divine. Therefore you may dispense the glory of the divine through each of your creations. Please rest in silence as you receive Metatron's teachings. I did say I thought it was very, very deep and personal, and that's been clarified by that. So guys, yeah, I think you might really connect with yourselves during the year, definitely in this January phase, and feel shifts of some sort coming your way that are leading you on the path to your future. So remember your mantra, I will. Take care everyone. Thanks for joining me for these readings. You know I love doing them. If anyone wants a personal reading, just contact me via the web, and I'll catch you all later. Much aroha, ka kite anoa. Namaste from Chris.